Everybody, it's Tracee Dunblazier here to do free crystal readings just for you. And of course, I will be featuring today your crystal allies, 44 sacred altar cards and oracle set. These are my new products. You can get them right now on Kickstarter under your crystal allies. I'm going to post the link shortly. But your crystal allies 44 Sacred Altar Cards and Oracle set is an amazing new product that, I don't know, was really inspired by the crystals themselves. They really wanted to be a larger service. I've been working with crystals for years, decades. I've had them since I was a kid. I used to have a huge marble collection, which back in the day, they weren't all glass. A lot of them were made from different crystals. And I loved them so much, and I wanted to share my love of them with you. And they've been such a huge part of my healing process from spiritual trauma and other relationship trauma. And I say relationship trauma, I mean like peopling trauma. Anyway, so crystals have been a big part of my journey, a big part of my life inspiration, and I wanted to share them with you. So here we go. My crystal of the day is going to be garnet. Look at this beauty. You can't really, it doesn't do it justice, but here is the card that you can actually get a little more detail. But garnet has to do with fidelity and loyalty, but not just like romantic fidelity and loyalty, but really what is your relationship with yourself? How loyal are you to yourself? How do you make decisions that support your needs? How do you provide for yourself first and then have extra for others later? So, hi, Natty. Nice to see you. Come up with a question because I'm going to be taking 3 different questions today. First come, first serve. Yes, you can. You can ask a yes or no question. Yes, you can. I will give you a little. There'll be more, and I want you guys to know, if you don't do readings in general, you don't get readings. Anytime you see one of these lives, Spirit is speaking to you. If you are witness to the words, however you receive them, sometimes how I say something, how I intend something is not how another person receives it. And that's just as valuable because that's your spirit speaking to you about your needs, about who you are, about where you're at, and how you can move forward in whatever's going on in your life. So I just wanted to share garnet is a fantastic, this is a natural occurring garnet. It's been of course polished, right? But garnet is an amazing stone that does deep healing on many levels. Yes, on many levels. I'm getting let me see if I can hide these these questions. I'm getting used to the multitasking while I'm talking and reading and responding. Yeah, that's you think I'd be better at that, but I'm not. So work with me. Garnet is an amazing stone to help with anxiety, to help with grounding, to help with a deeper perspective through a lens of love. A lens of love doesn't necessarily, again, mean romantic love. It oftentimes means compassion, which means your willingness to understand what somebody else is going through and how their behavior, how their words, how their actions can first, how it's occurring for them. When you can more deeply understand where somebody's been, you can understand why they're doing what they're doing. It doesn't mean you have to tolerate it or accept it, but it does give you an opportunity to be compassionate of it. And when you're passionate of another person, it frees you to do what you need to do and be who you are and live your life without having to be focused on who they are, what they did, how they are. So it is the ultimate in relationship crystal. It also is magnificent for attracting new love, inspiring new love, being more loving. there's all about the love. Anyway, so this is Garnet. I wanted to share that with you now. We're going to get to Nat's question. She says, okay, what are T's feelings towards me? Well, that's going to be interesting. And that's not really a yes or no question. But that's okay, because we're going to come up with something and see what the deck says. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull a card, one of the many 44 Sacred Altar cards, an Oracle set. Again, you can get them on Kickstarter right now. Just keep in mind that they're only going to be on Kickstarter for 6 more days, and I still need your help. The printing alone is 15 grand, and I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't ask for as much as I guess I didn't know I needed as much as I did until until I did. Okay, here you go. I'm choosing this card. Oh, interesting. This is Tiger's Eye. Innovation. And this is an interesting answer to a relationship question, because it's asking you to innovate your thinking about the relationship at hand. Simply put, he probably has feelings for you, but he probably is not inclined to have the same kind of relationship you may be interested in. And so how you choose to negotiate this relationship, what your feelings are for him, what you want and need from him, those are things that are all up in the air. So I would say, Tiger's Eye is the stone of courage, the stone of communication. It's about innovating your thinking about how you're going to approach the situation. I suspect that, especially in regards to this relationship question, oftentimes there might be a really, really strong karmic connection. And in that case, there's also a really empowered and powerful sexual feeling component. And if that's the case, you always want to take a moment to take a deep breath and become a little more reserved, because just because you have an attraction, just because there's a deep chemistry, doesn't mean that there is an agreement on relationship and how you might negotiate that relationship going forward, and what you want, getting your needs met and being able to meet your own needs and meet the needs of another person. That doesn't always go along with karma. Karma is the process of finding a way to, what's the word I want? To come to a common ground, right? So that both parties can get what they want and need from the situation, regardless of what that is, right? So that's important for Tiger's Eye in regards to relationship. This is saying, don't be afraid to say what you want, be clear about it, and don't be afraid to walk towards it or walk away from it. Sometimes when we walk away from a situation, it brings us closer, well, to ourselves and even to the person whom we're walking away from, because we're teaching them how we need to be treated and what we need. So there you go. Innovation, Tiger's Eye. It has spoken. Okay. Next, what we're going to do, since I've just got a couple of viewers here, we are going to choose a number. Well, hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you. Well, let's see if she's asking if I see a breakthrough of any sort for her coming soon. And she posted that at 9:09. That's pretty fabulous. 9:09 breaks down to an 18, which breaks down to a 9, which is the time of completion, which is literally the time of breakthrough. Isn't that special? So in numerology, we're already we're entering an auspicious realm. Okay. Interesting. Kimberly, you're welcome, Nat. We have community. This is Orca Agate. Let's see. Orca Agate is a fantastic stone. It's comes from Madagascar. It's the only place right now that it's been mined, and the dark black is actually a deep blue that looks black. And it is also one of its sister crystals is blue chalcedony. It's a chalcedony, it's a microcrystalline, which means the crystals that form in this particular stone are so microscopic that you can't see them with your naked eye. And orca agate has a lot to do with family, with connections, with community. I think in this relationship, Kimberly, your breakthrough, your shift is going to come the more you are willing to reach out and deal with others. I laugh at that because my sister and I talk all the time. And we're like, oh, I'm so tired of people right now. I can't take it. So sometimes it's really difficult to be open and to trust and to surrender to our own sense of vulnerability and our own sense of empowerment, knowing that we can trust ourselves. It's not about trusting others. It's about always listening to our inner voice and allowing that to guide our relationships and especially our connections with new people and our community. So this is saying, this is your opportunity to reach out and gain a wider audience, to really become clear. If you've been in a more of a reflective place, or it feels like you're stuck or things aren't moving, ask why that is. Like, really dig into what it is that you're needing from this period of time, because there's something that you're needing that you might want other people to give you, but you need to give it to yourself first, and then you will start seeing that reflected in the groups of people that you attract, or the experiences that you have. So orca agate, get a piece. It's fantastic. It is so comforting and yummy to work with. It's a great dream stone. Yes, Kimberly says, yes, people are interesting, to say it nicely. Okay, so orca agate, your breakthrough is already here. Your breakthrough is already here. It's not something that's going to be coming, but your relationship to it and your openness to it are going to shift. So that is what I have for you, Kimberly. So nice to see you. Okay, is there anybody else out there who wants to pop up and ask a question? Let me take this opportunity to talk a little bit about my Kickstarter, because, oh my gosh, you guys, Kickstarter has, on Your Crystal Allies Kickstarter, there are so many magnificent reward tiers. So maybe you know that I have a book. Your Crystal Allies 44 Sacred Altar Cards and Oracle set is actually a part of a set that comes with 4 books. And right now we've got, this book is already out, Your Crystal Allies, the 12 Best Gems and Minerals for Healing Trauma and Navigating Change. And there we go. There's my link. Please go by and support. I've got 6 more days, and I need to double my ask right now, because my printing bill is 15 grand. So please support by checking out Your Crystal Allies. There are 2 more books that are now going to be available through the Kickstarter, and then eventually they're going to be launched worldwide at the end of the year. But right now you can get them, and you can get, if you buy multiples, the holidays are coming up. I know I'm one of those people that shop in July for Christmas. Is there anybody else out there? I just want to ask this. Is there anybody else out there who starts singing Christmas songs or Christmas carols? And I'm not even a religious person. I won't even dig into that, but I do love the holidays, and I love Christmas, and I enjoy the process of celebration of all of us and our relationship to the energy of Christ, and what that brings to the world, what that brings to us. And it's not about a man, it's about a spiritual experience. So anyway, but I start humming, because I start humming these carols in July, and it's hilarious. So I wanted to, is there anybody else out there that does that? Anyway, so there are 2 other books. There's one about making money and managing resources, and another about the 12 best gems and minerals for giving love, receiving comfort, and connecting with the cosmos. So it's all about your relationship, not only to this world, but the 5D world, the all the multiple dimensions that exist, and your ability to connect with those. So, okay. Anyway, so that's that. Check it out on Kickstarter. You can participate. Let's see what Kimberly said. They just brought an orca agate into Forever and a Day. Will snag me a piece. Yes, good. Thank you so much. Where are you located, Kimberly? What city are you in, or what state are you in? I always love to visit different stores whenever I go to new places, so I love that. Kimberly says it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Exactly. Yes, it is. We're taking a sleigh ride together on Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so this is I'm going to pull this card. This is fun. Okay, now this is a reading for everyone who watches. Georgia, fantastic. Oh, and that's so funny. We were just talking about this. So this is an Andara. It is a glass that is made oftentimes near diamond mines. It is formed, and it's usually a superficial glass with heat and pressure and single molecule minerals. This in particular is made with orm, which is a single molecule gold, and it gives it such a profound vibe. And this one, this photo here, I had this crystal. It was just like a big old hunk of glass, and I had it for 6 weeks before the sun shone through it in such a way that I saw this phantom. See this phantom? And interestingly enough, that reminds me of Mother Mary, or any being of compassion, but that's what it reminds me of, is this compassionate angel for the earth. And that's why I love this photo so much. And this crystal is such a beacon for anybody who is looking for mercy, looking for compassion, looking to be more compassionate, looking to be more compassionate for themselves. So Andara is telling you today, and I think our general message today is about compassion. It's about your willingness to open your heart and to see things as they are. And your judgment comes when you have fear, right? And when we judge something and we judge it harshly, it's just telling us something about ourselves. We want that, we need that, we don't want that, we don't need that. But it might be also a mirror of a way that you are treating yourself, or a way that you are treating others. So take a more deeper look at what you're judging. What is your communication to yourself when you judge another person? Because when we judgment, also I want to make mention of this, is when we see somebody in a harsher light, it's because we are really needing to take an inventory of what we're seeing and why we're seeing it. It puts us in hypervigilance, the state of being ultra aware and present to what's happening. And that's really, really valuable. So let yourself, in this case, you are ultra aware. You are connecting into the multiverse, to the many dimensions that exist in thought, in spirit, in emotion. So connect with that through your heart. And what that means, and that's we're getting a little metaphysical for you today, but what that means is, if you take a deep breath and you just bring your awareness into your heart, and you just connect in, it's a place where you can be safe, where you can witness others in a safe space and see them as they are. And as they are means sometimes people are in a good place, sometimes they're in a bad place, sometimes they are helpful, sometimes they're dangerous. Sometimes they are closed off, sometimes they're ultra open. Like whatever it is that you're witnessing, be willing to see it as a witness and not as a participant. Because when you can witness another person in whatever state they're in, it allows you to be free to move about move about the cabin accordingly. When you're on the flight, you're up in the air, you're connecting with people. I'm not talking just about on a plane, but every day we connect telepathically with people, and we can see a post on Facebook and just go into tears because what somebody else is going through is really profound. Or we see somebody ranting and raving and being mean or being a troll or spewing whatever thing that they are that we may or may not agree with. And when you can just be witness to that, it allows you to know how you can participate or not, right? But it gives you freedom that you don't have when you judge, because when you judge, you attach yourself to the situation or the dynamic at hand, and then you are not free. You are stuck in tandem with that thing until you address it, until you address what your connection to it is. So how about that? Don't do that, people. So this is Andara. It's one of my favorite crystals ever. Not every place has Andara, but there are also other forms of volcanic glass, like obsidian. Oh my God, what's the Libyan tektite, Libyan desert glass? That is a fantastic tektite. Moldavite is another one. They're very powerful stones. I don't recommend driving with them. If you're already ultra sensitive to the multiverse, they're really intense vibes, and so you want to keep them and do meditative work with them or work with them on your altar at home. Anyway, so that's what I got for you people today. I am really grateful that you tune in and listen to me whenever you see this broadcast. I'm so glad that you're a part of it. Again, I've got 6 days left. Please go to my Kickstarter, Your Crystal Allies, and participate. This is the only time that you're ever going to get a signed deck. These are magnificent cards. They are extra thick. And so they're intended to be on your altar, or you can also do a layout crystal grid. This is Charlotte. Charlotte wants to participate. Yeah, she does. Here, let's see. Okay, Charlotte is saying, please go to Mummy's Kickstarter and participate. So it's so funny now that she has the attention. Now she's now she's got some attention. Now she's good. Now she doesn't want to be on camera. She just wanted to make sure that you know. Kimberly says the tektites are way too much for her. Dude, I get it. They are a profound stone to work with, and they're not for everybody. They are when you are ready to really start entering into the multiverse, and you feel confident to be grounded during that process, because they're not grounded. They're completely ungrounding stones. So you can limit your use with them. You can just having them in their presence, but keeping them in a nice velvet bag in a box in a sacred spot is helpful sometimes to not directly interact with them. Of course, their energy is always present, but anyway, thank you so much. I am going to have a fantastic day, and I hope that you guys will have a fantastic day. And again, thank you so much if you've already participated and contributed to the Kickstarter for Your Crystal Allies 44 Sacred Altar card and Oracle set. And thank you in advance when you do. And I am going to do my very best to get on here for 30 minutes a day for the next week or so, to really show you how these cards work. And I thank you for listening and making it all the way to the end of the video. Look at you. Have a great day.